everybody, happy Sunday. I hope that wherever you are and whatever you are doing, you are having a really good Sunday. I don't know how your week has been, but it's been a bit rough here. I'm afraid I've got some bad news and some good news to share with you from my flock. And I know not everybody who watches this likes the chicken updates, but at the same time, I know that there are people who watch this for the chicken updates. So if you don't want the chicken update bit, I'll make sure that there is a chapter that goes to what I'm actually going to talk about today in the channel. But first, let's deal with the sad news and then we can go and talk about the happy news. The sad news, as you might notice, my chickens are in my coop, which for the middle of the day on a Friday is not normal. They are in the coop because they are enforced. Their enforced cagement is going to continue for about a week or so. Yesterday, we lost Ada, our cream leg bar. She was our only crested hen. She was the smallest hen we had. And the security cameras showed her having lots of, fun with the rest of the flock behind me on that wall. And she was digging and doing all the things that chickens do, scraping around, looking for stuff to eat. And then somebody delivered something, a delivery driver came, and they all kind of disappeared off camera into the backyard. And what you might not know about the backyard we have here is that it's pretty large. So if I turn around, it goes downhill quite dramatically. She'd gone right down the bottom of the yard to have a dust bath with some of the other hens. And then I heard a ruckus. Lots of screaming, lots of shouting from the hens and from our rooster. And that is Charlie, the rooster. For those who missed it, Sally has been replaced because Sally was attacking everybody. So we replaced Sally with Charlie. Right at the bottom of the yard, that's where Ada was. And the security camera picks up a load of noise from chickens being really scared and upset. And then the security camera shows half of the flock tearing around the front of the house. And Ada was not with them. We did some looking and we found some feathers out back, some of her longer feathers, her wing feathers, and some of her under feathers as well. And the under feather trail disappears off into the brush. So I think maybe a coyote, a cat, maybe a mountain lion, whatever else happens to be up and about at the moment, took her away for a snack. At least I hope they took her for a snack rather than just to kill for sport. It's left us all feeling a little sad. Unfortunately, that is part of life. And it's also a risk of having hens that you free range. To minimize the flock's risk, they are going to be kept indoors for about a week so that whatever it was that took Ada doesn't come back immediately for a second try. And I'm hoping that they might get bored. But it is sad. Let's put it like that. My chickens are going stir crazy in the coop. They want out. So it may not last a week. But the good piece of news is right down here. In this coop right here, Grace is broody. That means she's sitting on a clutch of eggs. As far as we know, the eggs are fertilized, or at least some of them are. And so we're hoping that we will have 7 eggs hatch, or maybe a fewer number than that. But you can see, she's putting her feathers up. She does not want to be touched. She's got 7 eggs she's sitting on right now. 2 of which, poetically, are Ada's. So hopefully at least one of Ada's eggs will hatch and she will live on, or at least her generation will live on. All right, let's talk about what I want to actually talk about today. And that is the concept of bare bones, simple, basic, just drive it and not worry about the bells and whistles EVs. This week in the Discord chat on Transport Evolved, and also in other circles, I've seen lots of discussion about the Ford F-150 Lightning Pro version, the one that's basically a bare bones pickup truck with vinyl seats, and it's got the battery pack and it's got the power takeoff for you to run your tools off. And other than that, it's got none of the bells and whistles. They all want to be on camera today. This is how wigged out they are by the attack yesterday. So I'm going to move this way. So hopefully they will shut up if I go this way, because they're doing it for my benefit, as chickens do. Yes, Charlie. A lot of people have been saying that EVs are all about the tech and the gadgets, and no person in their right mind would buy a basic perfunctory vehicle. And I think that that sentiment is not correct. And I'm hoping that you can help me figure out whether I'm correct or not. I mean, I might be wrong. Maybe the thing that we all look for in an EV today is lots of onboard tech and lots of functionality. But I also think that for a lot of buyers, they just want an electric vehicle with a steering wheel and pedals that can go 200-300 miles to 300-400 kilometers on a charge, can rapid charge a reasonably quick amount, but for whom the owner is not concerned with onboard technology. They don't care if the car has Apple CarPlay or Android Auto. They don't care if the car can drive itself. They don't care if the car can, back up into a space. They just want a functional vehicle. And so I'm curious as to where you sit in that regard. Do you want to have a very perfunctory, functional vehicle that satisfies the need of driving? Or do you expect for your electric vehicle to have over-the-air updates and all of the other stuff that come with most modern EVs today, including the F-150, the Mustang Mach-E, Tesla Model 3, Model Y, Model S, Model X? They all have this over-the-air functionality. They all have the ability to do all of the extra bells and whistles that many cars are now doing. But of course, that adds extra complexity and extra cost. And I know people who have, for example, cruise control on their vehicles, who don't use cruise control because either they don't trust it or they don't know how it works. And I'm curious to know if you feel the same way about EVs. So that is essentially my question for you today. I would really love to know. So let me know in the comments below what you think about that, and also how much you would pay for a very perfunctory version of, say, Chevy Bolt, for example, or a Ford Mustang. Maybe you'd like a Ford Mustang Mach-E that is all about performance but doesn't have the massive center touchscreen display because you don't need it because you're focused on driving. Let me know about the Ford F-150 pickup truck. Maybe you want to get a Hummer that's got that off-road capabilities but without all of that onboard tech. Maybe you think that that is excessive. Tell me what you'd like to see in the marketplace below and how much you'd want to pay for it. So that's it for today, including all of the chicken noises. Don't forget to hit the subscription bell if you haven't, as it stops YouTube from doing weird things to our content, both here and on the main channel. And make sure that you're subscribed to this channel, Transport Evolved Take 2, as well as the main channel, Transport Evolved, and Transport Evolved Shorts will link below. Thanks on behalf of the entire TE crew. Go out to the folks on my right for being our $15 to $49 a month Patreon supporters. Special thanks to our $50 a month patrons. That's Guido Drahota, Brophy Wolf, Anonymous Freak, Regine Fellows, Carl Hodgson, Gordon C, Paul Conway, Laura Sanborn, Anthony Coates, Denny Hyde, Shawnee Wader, and Tazlet in the Gong. And our deepest gratitude to our $100 a month Patreon supporters, John Lyons, Marcel Ward, Reggie Watts, JP Fagerback, Will Graylin, and Ian. If you'd like to join the ranks of wonderful supporters who are content to put up with chickens making lots of noise in the background, you'll find links to Patreon, Bitcoin, and Ko-fi. And you can chat with the team and TE fans over on Discord. And don't forget to head to our TE Red Bubble store. We've got some great new Pride content coming soon. Thanks for joining me. And as always, keep evolving.